All right, guys. Back with the listener question. So we have a question here. Don't you find it irresponsible for credentialed media members and journalists to make decisions on end-of-year voting with narratives at the forefront of their reasoning? So basically he's asking, like, yo, for the MVP trophy, this year Giannis is out of the question. Giannis can't win an MVP this year. He could play better than that year. You know, he could play better than last year. Russell Westbrook did the same thing 2 years in a row and didn't finish, I think, top 3 in voting the next year because he did triple-double 2 years in a row, averaging. But the whole narrative was that year, Russell Westbrook he's averaging a triple-double. And then this year, Giannis can't win one. He won't win one. Y'all think I'm kidding. He would have to score 39 to 45 points a game, bro. 40 to 45 points a game to be considered and get the 1 seed. Y'all think I'm kidding. I'm not joking. Like, I'm not kidding with you. Just like when LeBron lost his ring to D Rose. Yes, D Rose had an amazing season. He averaged 22 points, though. Let's not get crazy. Averaged 22 points a game. LeBron was in his prime. LeBron was the best player on the planet, and it was not close. He was the best defensive player and the best offensive player in the world. Shot a higher percentage than Steph Curry from 15 feet out that year. He was insane with his jumper that year. And D-Rose got it because he was a second-year player, I believe, and led a team to 62 wins. And LeBron was on a stacked Heat team that D-Wade, I think, wasn't healthy, fully healthy that year. And they got the 2nd seed, I believe, or something like that. And they went with the guy who got the 1 seed, which is, I mean, it wasn't, he earned it. He didn't deserve it. I mean, I think he played a great season, but it's narratives like that, and it is irresponsible in my opinion. Of course it is. Like, this whole LeBron thing right now, LeBron finally got his shit across. Like, listen, AD has been out. He's probably telling AD to sit out more. He's like, AD is playing like shit compared to what he usually plays like. I'm in LA. I'm playing 3 overtime games. It's my 18th season, whatever it is. I'm 36. Like, you know what I mean? And the narrative is getting pushed towards that. He's doing this in this year? What the hell? Joel Embiid is unfortunately in the category of Giannis, in my opinion, of, well, you hadn't won nothing yet, so we don't really care until you show it in the playoffs, which is stupid. Because then next year, when Joel comes back and has the same season next year, if he doesn't win the MVP trophy, and they go on to the finals, right? Then next year, he's going to be at the top of everybody's MVP voting. Ooh, what about Joel Embiid? What about Joel Embiid's MVP chances? Oh, well, I think here he has a great chance because last year they go to the finals. He led to the finals. He was the MVP of that team last year, and I personally thought he could have been the MVP last year as well. No, you didn't, or you would have voted for him. This is like LeBron's finally getting his Elder Statesman award, right? Last year he got his easiest championship, and once again, guys, ask any of my friends. I'm a LeBron dick rider. Pause. That's what I do. I ride LeBron's coattails wherever he goes, right? I'm a diehard Heat fan. I love LeBron. Love him. He's my GOAT, bro. But this year, the MVP trophy should go to guys like Steph Curry, Joel Embiid, people like that, not him. No offense to him, but LeBron is amazing, and he's doing amazing things this year. He's one of the best perimeter defenders in the league. And the narratives that go along with NBA, anything, 6th Man of the Year awards, fucking Defensive Player of the Year awards. Like, Ben Simmons is the best defensive player in basketball, in my opinion, right now. In my opinion, he's the best defensive player in basketball. He can guard 1 through 5. There's only a few guys that can do that. But the narrative is Giannis is this ultimate two-way player. Ben Simmons' offense isn't good enough, so he's not in that level of player. Like, how do I explain this? You know, there's that the two-way player list. I don't understand that list. I don't understand the two-way player list. I don't. if you're the best defensive player, if you're a top 3 defensive player, Ben Simmons, in the league, and you average 17, 8, and 8, you're a two-way player. He didn't have to average 25, but the narrative is he's not a top 10 player on their little chart. So if you're not in the top 10 players on their little chart, you can't be a defensive player of the year. But they keep giving defensive player of the year to Rudy Gobert because he's a center. And the only impact he makes is defensive. You want to talk about a one-trick pony? Is him. He protects the rim. That is it. He cannot switch. He can't do anything. But they put Rudy Gobert in this bubble of guys that aren't elite that can win that award because he's a specialist at that. Golly, I'm my retainer. I'm going on a rant. He's a specialist at what he does on a team that is defensive-minded. So if you're the best defensive player on a defensive-minded team, you have to be up there. It makes no sense. Or you have to be on the Lakers with LeBron and be his second-best player. And Anthony Davis is a generational talent. I'm not disputing that. Giannis is a generational talent. I am not disputing that. But a narrative that runs with Rudy Gobert being a better defender than them is absurd. They're more versatile than Rudy Gobert could fucking dream of being. Rudy Gobert is one of the least versatile players in the NBA. Yeah, you heard me. You heard me. It kills me to see these narratives be pushed. Like, Joel Embiid to me, what are they, the 1 seed in the East, right? Yeah, 1 seed in the East. He's averaging 30 points a game. But since he hasn't played every game, he's not on your top of your MVP list. But Jokic isn't even a top 4 seed, but he's on the top of your list because he's keeping them alive in the playoff race. What the fuck are y'all talking about? Dude, he's the best player on the team at the top of his conference. And the thing is, you take that and you put him in the MVP category, but then you look at Donovan Mitchell, who is fucking hooping, who is the best player on his team by far, on the number 1 seed in the West, and he isn't even being talked about. Like, he's not even talked about. It is hysterical how these national media people do it. I don't get how they get away with it every year. And I'm on the Max Kellerman train of the MVP should be the end of the year award. I've been on that train. Because you've already pushed your narratives that way anyways. Your narratives are directed through the playoffs anyways. Because then these guys, it's a regular season award. Focus on the regular season. You're focusing on this season, not last season. James Harden should have won more than his MVP, but he literally got a pity MVP trophy. James Harden did the same shit 2 to 3 years in a row, and then y'all finally gave him his MVP trophy. Because he got the narrative shifted that he got snubbed and all that shit. Just like Dame Lillard. And it worked in Dame's favor. Dame is an amazing player. I don't disagree with him. But it's a narrative that he got the All-Star. He didn't make the All-Star team, and he was crying. Bradley Beal is a definite All-Star starter, hopefully this year, after crying. And they're one of the worst teams in the league. You know? Like, that's the narratives that get pushed. And also, the fans got to stop voting on All-Stars, bro. They have to stop voting on All-Stars. Now, I can't disagree with Bam and Jimmy being behind the guys that they're behind. They're behind, like, Jason Tatum, Jaylen Brown, not Jaylen Brown, Giannis. Like, they're behind some top-tier guys. I'm not complaining about on my side. Just some dudes that don't make the playoffs or, like, are on the bench are fucking crazy. Oh, they're behind Joel and somebody else. Forgot who else it is. But anyways, it's fucking insane. The narratives y'all paint to form, and I'm not into the news media shit. Form it how you want. The sports media is the same way, where they form narratives, and people just go with it. You know, they just blurb whatever they say out of their mouth. So then that gets transferred all over social media, and then it gets pushed, and everybody's like, what the fuck? How did James Harden not win the MVP? And then he cries about it. And when Steph Curry's out here averaging 32 points a game and he's playing 29 minutes. Like, what? No shit. No shit he won the MVP. You know? let me get off my high horse here. But yeah, once again, y'all don't have a true criteria of an MVP trophy, and it's a narrative based. Most awards are narrative based, anyways. So it is what it is. Whatever. Like a dude like Jalen, like Luka. This is my last 30 seconds of this. Luka should not be in the most improved players fucking pool. Stop. People forget he wasn't even playing 30. He was playing like 31, 32 minutes his rookie year. And if he got his 40 minutes, whatever, 36, he would be averaging the same numbers he is now. But, I'm done with this topic. Thank you for writing in the question. And sports media is annoying. How about you get a true criteria of your trophy? Best player on the best team, best plus minus, the off and on court, whatever. But that has been the podcast, episode 42. Hey, we're going, baby. We're running. We're going to get to 50. We're going to get to 100, 125, 150. So, hope y'all enjoyed the pod. The pod GOAT, greatest ever, is out. All right, man. Y'all have a wonderful day, evening, afternoon, wherever you listen to this. I'm out. Enjoy the song of the day. Bleed It by L Bat. I'm out. Deuce.